So it's August 17th, 2026. I just learned today that one of our largest beef producers in this country, Tyson, which Tyson is mainly known for chicken, but they also do beef and various types of meats, just laid off not laid off, but fired 2,500 workers in Illinois. They also are planning to cut many jobs in Washington State and other parts of the country. It's become pretty obvious that humanity as a whole is in a large transition right now. But not just humanity, specifically the United States. We had our 250-year celebration and anniversary this year of the United States of America as a country. And I think it's safe to say that we're pretty much an experiment that isn't really working. And when I say it isn't really working, it never really has. I mean, we keep reproducing. We keep feeding our systems, our government systems, our healthcare systems, our local government systems, our energy systems. But none of these systems are actually working. And we know this. We know that capitalism isn't working. We're exhausting our population. We're living disingenuine to the rhythms of the planet that we live on. We're slaughtering mass quantities of our sentient fellow beings on this planet. Cows, bison, pigs, sheep, lamb, goats, chickens. And we're doing all this in the name of capitalism, in the name of profit, in the name of productivity. And it's not working. We're out of sync. We're out of alignment. We're in violation of many, many, many ethical and environmental processes. And it's not a matter of good or bad, right or wrong. It really comes down to what works and what doesn't. And the way we're managing our planet, especially here in the United States, through the propaganda and media, through the image of what it means to be successful, to how we uneducate our children and basically teach them to be slaves and robots and a means to further profitability, to continue to feed our systems that aren't working. And we continue to do it. There's a price, and there's a consequence to all this. And it's really not a consequence that one person gets to decide. It's just a side effect of what happens when we consciously and consistently go against the rhythm and the vibe of the natural environment that we live in and the planet that we occupy. Now keep in mind, the Earth is a living organism. It has consciousness. As humans, we tend to see ourselves in most things outside of us. Most humans would say, yes, I'm conscious, yes, I'm aware. And they might try to superimpose that awareness to an awareness that a planet might have. But that's a false notion. As a human being, we don't have the capacity to understand the consciousness of a living, breathing planet. We tend to personify through our own awareness, perspective, and preferences. Those beings in our environment. We personify our pets, we personify things that we see on television, we personify the plants in our environment. We superimpose our own perspective, oftentimes, on people in our immediate environment. Oh, I know what that person's thinking. Did you see the look on their face? Oh, you don't really have the capacity to know what that person was thinking. And yeah, you can look at the look on their face, and you can superimpose your own perspective, your own emotion, your own fear, your own resistance, your own excitement, whatever emotion you want to give that other person. That's a very, very, very base level of consciousness thing to do. It's very primitive. Many things that humans do are very primitive. Group agreement, mass agreement. Very primitive. Many of us find comfort when what we're thinking, what we're saying, or what we're doing is also embraced by those around us. It all of a sudden makes our thought process and our actions okay, because others agree. In truth, many of the things that we think, many of the things that we say, and many of the things that we do aren't okay. It's not okay to slaughter animals for profit. Now, I'm not saying that we all need to become vegetarians or vegans or put ourselves in a box of some sort of organic diet or keto plan. I'm not saying any of that. It's saying that when we take the life of another sentient being so that we can survive, we get to do that with consciousness. We get to do that with understanding. And we get to do that with gratitude. None of us are doing that. When we go to the grocery store and we buy chicken, or we buy beef, or we buy hamburgers, and we eat half of it, we throw half of it away. Or we stick it in our freezer and forget about it. All the while complaining about the money that we spent. None of this is respectful. None of this is acceptable. None of this behavior is sustainable. And we're going to talk about this more, but we get to pay attention to the cause and effect of our current culture, and we get to make adjustments.